Yeah, people wake up from comas and they're speaking like different languages and they've never been to the place before. Like,
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Japanese. There's a guy, yeah, there's a white guy. He woke up and he thought it was Bill Cosby.
What?
Brother, he thought it was Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And his family came to see him and he was like, I don't know these crackers. And they were like, no. What is going on?
Thanks for doing the pod, bro. Appreciate you, man. Last time I seen you was at my gig last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shut it down, man.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Your crowd's always a pleasure to
No.
play in,
And what I appreciate is that like you stayed.
Oh, see.
A lot of comics will be like they cut. I get it, innit?
Yeah.
It's an afternoon. You're like, listen, thanks, man. I'm just gonna cut.
It was
Got
a-
another
it
thing
was
to
a
go
vibe.
to.
It was a vibe.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah. You
brunch.
look like you was enjoying it,
Of
like
course,
a fan.
of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
It's not just that, but then there's the other people I was on as well. So I haven't seen them for a minute, and then
Yeah.
which was Annette, and
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
and you had Blank Page, Peng.
Yeah, yeah,
She was
yeah.
on it as well. And
Yeah, yeah,
all these
yeah.
Other, like this other guy as well. I've not seen him before, but he's a Millwall fan.
Oh, Callum McIver.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's just-
yeah.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Yeah, man.
I'm a fan of comedy, innit? So
Mm.
I'm not one of them ones that you just do the thing and just cut out.
And speaking of comedy, you wanted to be a comedian when you was age 15. You
Yeah.
said that you brought a book. You bought like a how-to book of doing
Basically,
stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to do comedy? Because who was like your first inspiration?
There's so many. First, then it's going to be Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
But then I didn't know he did stand-up. He was just,
yeah,
he was just
yeah,
a funny
yeah.
guy.
That was like me as
Films. Yeah, well, you can see
I
the
didn't know that.
resemblance. Like, you can
well. Oh,
see,
thank you, bro.
like, the
Appreciate that, man.
Early Eddie Murphy.
You can come back whenever you want, bro. I appreciate you, man.
No, it's not even that. But like, Eddie was the guy. Then there was like, I didn't know what stand-up was. I started, you had the Real McCoy and all of those things that was going on. There was Lenny Henry, obviously.
Yeah,
he had his
yeah,
show.
of course.
There was nights at the Empire. So like, if you're able to stay up late, it's always just comedy. It's just always comedy. So, which obviously is Richard Blackwood.
Yeah,
Big,
yeah.
huge influence as well. But yeah, Real McCoy is just, they had a segment which was stand-up comedy. And so, of course, you had Felix Dexter doing what he did. God rest his soul. But like, you had people in there like Toju was something else. Because Toju, like, kind of spoke to me because he was, I don't know, he was rebellious. And he's just, I don't know if you can swear on this.
Yeah,
but
of course you can.
Yeah, he just had no give a fuck attitude.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
just,
yeah.
That appealed to me. So like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. You see people out there doing their thing. There was another guy as well, because I'm from Stonebridge. And then Rudy Liquid from Harsden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you used to see him. They used to have shows that was on. And you're like, yeah, I had to come out to this, man. I had to come out to this. But then when you're saying, like, from 15 years old, yeah, it's probably, I don't know, I saw Def Comedy Jam.
Oh, yes.
And that's what did it.
Yeah.
And then...
Did you have them on VHS or DVD?
No, you did. No, this is just pirate, innit? You know, there was a guy. There was the Wembley Market. There was a guy at Wembley Market. I ain't say his name, but it doesn't matter anymore because DVDs are dead. Like, people are onto other things.
Yeah.
But, nah, like, yeah, that one, there was another guy that was in Tottenham. And so you used to be able to, like, find all of this stuff. And yeah, you pull it in and I don't know. It just spoke to me. Like people used to like go to school and like listen to music. You know what I mean? Like in my headphones or my CD Walkman that used to jump. Never mind. I'll talk about that. But I used to just listen to stand up.
Oh wow.
So HMV used to go down there. They had a whole section for stand up comedy.
Stand up. Oh, okay.
So like there was the ones. Obviously, those early favourites was like the Eddie Murphys. Obviously. They had comedy albums. Martin Lawrence comedy album.
Yeah.
The one that really stuck though was Chris Rock. And he had like the niggers versus black people routine, and I was like, yes, that's the one. That's
yeah.
That's it. He's saying what he's saying, but then he's preaching, and that's definitely what I would do. So when I do stand-up comedy, that's what I'm gonna do.
Have a message.
Yeah. And then I did stand up, and there's no message, bro. It's trampolines and pure foolishness, but that's what stuck with me. Like, I don't know. I think when I first started as well, what got me onto stage. There was a routine I did which was to do with gun crime, because it was prevalent in my ends. And it was like, okay, well, I've got to talk about this. So like, I'll do jokes. Then I'll get to this bit, and that's when it used to kind of like fall off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like the momentum, because everything's like up here, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna say my message now, and then if people want to hear it, okay, they'll take it and receive it, but people are just there to have a good time. They don't want to hear about the gun crime. But
I guess as well, like sometimes when you realise as a comic, when you're telling material and you're like, I've got something really positive to say, and you kind of have told this big joke or this really silly joke, and then it's almost like, is this guy being serious? Yeah.
You don't know who. You've already presented yourself as this, but then when you're saying that, it is a bit like that. It can be like that, but that's just about finding your way and finding your voice. Yeah. To be fair, so I don't know. Like, I think myself, I've come from that kind of background as well. Like, I started this kind of young, and my background was art. So with the art, I did fine art. I studied that at the University of Arts. That's what it's called now. But like back then, it was like the London Institute. So the St Martin's. And, the London School of Fashion, all of those things. So all of that. So I've come through that.
Okay.
And
that's amazing.
I know.
Fine art that's real art right there. You know.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's not just like I'm going to splatter and then you can tell people what it is. It's...
No.
Yeah.
But, but I mean, with them, what you did find at the school was, it was all to do with the tutors and their interpretation of what it was that you were doing. And like, certain time I was like, I don't want to do nothing. But then they would see that as something else. Like,
they would see that as art.
Yeah, well... Anything's art. This is the thing. Like, you have to come from... My dad, my dad, like, I'm saying I want to do art, and my dad was like, my dad's from trade. He's plumber. He's dope. He's like, so proper. So like, he used to bring me out with him onto sites and that, and be like, go on, like, and everyone's like, oh, is that your son? He's like, yeah, it's my son. He's like, yeah, you're gonna be a plumber. I was like, yeah, and he was like, he used to send me to the van and go and get like tools. He's like, yeah, go and get me a spanner, but I didn't know. You get to the van, you don't know what a spanner was, and you'll come back with pliers, and it was just shame him, and then he'd be like, I just sit in the van. So like, I knew that weren't my calling. Yeah. Like, I couldn't do what my dad did, like this art thing, but then with him, he was like, it felt like it was a disappointment in a way, but he got behind me in the end, don't get me wrong. But at the time, he was like, why, what's all this art foolishness that you did? Like, what? That was, and then he's like, you'll come home and you'll be like, I'll see one of your mates still. I'll see one of them. Like, what's all this? So this guy, right, he said he saw some art where, like, they disturbed the pavement. And what they done, they put a whole ring around it. See, like this. Yeah. A whole ring, so no one can walk in this space where the pavement was being disturbed. And then they left it for a couple of days, and then it rained, and then that was the art. A puddle.
A puddle?
Basically. So my dad was like, what's wrong with you and your people? But I mean, that wasn't what I was doing. I was drawing pictures. Like, you can see, I mean, I can see whatever it was. If I was drawing like a sun, you can see it's a sun. Yeah. You know, or whatever it is. You know,
but I guess it's your interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah. But puddles, isn't it? I don't know.
So I feel like comedy almost found its way to you in some ways. If you're like buying a book like a how-to book almost, or listening to stand-up. It's like the thing that you don't know you're going to do, but you're so attracted to it. You're like, well, I'm interested in this thing and kind of want to do it, but I don't know the route in. Because I feel like that's the one thing with comedy. I feel like if you want to be a singer, you know, you can say, oh, cool, you know, we're going to get this little microphone and you sing, or I'll play keyboard, get a keyboard. Whereas, like, people will let you know very early on if you're funny. And I think that's the thing with comedy. Like, if you're a funny kid, he's like, oh, he's always funny, he's always telling little jokes and But, I think people tell that to you first, and then you might say, all right, maybe,
No, I knew.
You know?
But people told me.
Yeah.
That you're funny.
Yeah.
Like, haha, funny, but then you could be funny.
Yeah.
But now he was like, always was like, I would say like class clown. I did that. It was always funny around friends as well, and they would just tell me, they were like, yeah, you know, one day you probably be a comedian. And I was like, because that's something that you want to do, and you used to daydream about it. I don't know, like I'd be in the bath sometimes and it'd be like visualising, this is the thing that I want to do from when I was young. So I was like, okay, I've got to do it. And year after year was passing, and then I went to this place. It was Borders. It was a bookshop that's not available. So I went in there and I bought a book of how to do stand-up comedy. It was like a book by Judy Carter. I don't know if this was your thing. So it was Judy. So it was this it's just like an American stand-up comic from, I think she was from New York. I don't know, but like the book was like my Bible. And I was just studying like page after page, and you write it down. It was like, I've got to come up with 5 minutes, and you have these critics that's in your head, and I've got people that live in my head anyway, but if that's what you call them, cool. But I do all of this, and I was like, okay, we've got to do this stand-up comedy. Where do you do it? Now, with us, I don't know how you got into this, but we're really blessed because of London. So there's so much that's going on in London.
Different areas in London. It's huge. Yeah.
They've had this thing where there's a big comedy scene that's in London. Whereas if you take that to different parts of this country, it's not so much the same.
Peterborough.
No. I'm sure there is something going on up there.
Yeah, but there's not like the vast amount
absolutely
of like comedy clubs that you can just go to watch as well. I think if you go to those small towns, there might be a one night on a week or a month. But I think London is always like a hub of like, there's always, especially like, if we're talking 15 years ago, hey, I wish I was gigging them times, you know?
Yeah. Trust.
What I used to hear, like what club comics used to make.
Yeah. Five in one night and all them kind of things like that. You're like, what are you? They're like, go from one place to the next place. I was like, that's how it was.
Yeah.
So like, you kind of inspire to want it to be like this, and then like as soon as you got on, everything collapsed. Like, I mean, like you remember people used to talk about like they used to do shows like Thursday to Sunday, and then then it just turned into.
Do you first? It's the way they'd say, do you Thursday and then Friday double header?
Yeah.
Do you Saturday double header?
You know?
And I might just pop in here on Sunday. It's not really much, but 300 quid. Yeah. I'm like, what?
I know.
I'm getting £50, bruv.
Trust me.
I'm doing your mama competitions, getting £50, bruv.
It was like this, but they had the thing. It was in Time Out, so it was all listed.
Yes, it was in Time Out. Yeah.
So
Time Out magazine,
and you see people's names on there.
Yes.
So you knew what was popping, and you're like, okay, you got all these clubs, and then you're like, if you wanna come down, they had a telephone number, and you sign up and you go down. And I was like, yeah. So I used to go to the ones that were free. Yeah, because to pee. So I'll go to them ones, and then they had the like what they call the professional act nights. I don't know, like junglers ones, and they had comedy stores. So like, what would happen then is if you knew people, because you got into this. Yeah. So if you knew people were playing there, so you had maybe someone like Quincy was doing junglers, so like he'll go down there and he'll go, come down, and see what it's like, and taking that. So I was like, yeah. And you'll get in that way, but with the free ones, I don't understand it, Mo. Because you see like established acts go down there as well as new acts, but they're going down there to try out new material. So you're seeing people like Lee Mack, you're like, right, Lee Mack from Telly, and like Ninya Benjamin like from Telly, and they're coming down and they're doing and they were doing their stuff, and it's trying it out, and it really land. I'm not gonna say, I'm sure they tighten it up afterwards, but that's all part of the process. But then I'm like, okay, well, if they're doing stuff and it don't work, then I could do this. Yeah. And that kind of gave you this confidence, and you went back again, rehearsing in front of this mirror, did the 5 minutes, and I went down to this place. It was in Central again, and I rehearsed where I thought I was going to get the laughs. I didn't get the laughs. No. But I got laughs in other places. Yeah. So it was just weird, but I came off stage and I was like, I've done it. I've done it, and it felt so much like I was like, oh my God, I've finally done this thing that I've always wanted to do. And you just caught the bug from there. It was just, there's no turning back, man. It was like, because it was that, and it was like, I know you can see that I'm actually going through this again, like this, what it actually does mean to me. It was just like, I actually did this thing I wanted to do. I come out and said it, you got laughs. And he was like, okay, where do you go from here? So it was just about the next one. The next one was the next week. And then this one was 10 minutes. And all the jokes worked. And I was like, okay, I've got this. I went to another show. All the jokes worked. I was like,
and it just keeps ticking, innit?
Absolutely. And then
you speak about you speak about your friends, and you talk about someone very close to you dying in 2005, and they said that that taught you that life is not promised.
So that's how I started this. It was
would you say that kind of changed you? That changed your life in some ways?
100%. I mean, it was the first love, you can say, really. I got R.F.E. Lily, and she was a singer as well. She was amazing. And it was brief, but it was intense, you know what I mean? And with her passing, she was so young as well. It just hit you. You put you in a spin, because you're like, okay, well, life isn't promised, and you have to get whatever it is that you want now, innit? Like, just do it. Yeah. And that just pushed me, that propelled me forward, and I was like, okay, well, I've got this thing, this is the thing that I want to do. So just go out there and just go and do it, and not just for yourself, but also for her and her memory as well. So that just made you kind of fearless.
Yeah, because I think you need that when you're on stage, because like, you have to go on stage and say, listen, I don't care if you don't like it or not. And if you don't have that when you first start, I think it changes. I personally think it changes a little bit, because there are times where I really care now about this. I really care about the show. Of course. Less about that. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it or not. I'm gonna tell this joke, and if you like it, laugh with me. If not, then but when I was younger, it was like, you watch. Like, did you ever do this where you would support someone and they say, hey man, like, I want you to support, and I'd be like, yeah, you want me? Okay, shut it down, bruv. You got the wrong person today, to support. I'm supporting you. I'm supporting me first. That's it. That was always my attitude when I used to support someone, because I think for me at the time was like, this is your thing, this is your tour, and yes, like, I want to be remembered too, and I want to make sure when you come on, I would see it as like this weird competing. I don't know why. Okay. If I ever supported someone, not to say that like I have to be better than them, as I want to be on the same level. I want people to leave and say like, we came for this person, but we really like this person. Yeah. You
added something extra, like they weren't expecting it, because sometimes when people turn up, they go, it's a support act. That's what they're just like, yeah. Like, or whatever, or they're checking their phone. There's none of that. They were locked into you. So, yeah, man, definitely added that value, for sure.
I know you're brought up in Stonebridge as well, Stonebridge Estate, which is in the borough of Brent, and you talk about it being quite a troubled area. I know that estate because I remember I worked in that area for probably about a month.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ah, boo. Who knows what I was doing, bro? I was working, doing this office job, trying to get sponsors for this thing. It was just a calamity, man. And you know when something is just like, I'm going there, I don't think I'm going to get paid, you know, but let's just see, innit?
Wow.
So I'm travelling from Peckham to Stonebridge.
Wow.
I didn't really know Northwest London like that.
Yeah.
And you know there's that big tower block build, it's like an office building.
You see.
That that build, that's the building I would go to. But it's when I used to look outside the window, and there's like a road. I think that might be a chicken shop or something, or shop. And I used to see like a couple youths on the push bike. I'm like, oh right.
Yeah.
It's quite no, good,
it
you know?
is.
Yeah. It's quite. It kicks off still.
No, it is. We do have this like cool. I mean, I don't really chat about it with the guy that embrace it on stage at all, because
yeah.
This is me, like, you know, but you're going up around there, mate. You know, you had to have your P's and Q's wits about you, man, because it's something else. I mean, I love it, and we are who we are, but I don't know, like if just this whole Northwest thing, because we want to be embraced ourselves, because you know you got South and you got East, West, or whatever, but no one really goes West, but you know, but like North, whatever, but like we are our own. This is what it is. And that's why we behave the way how we behave. I think it's a low self-esteem thing, because we're like South, but we're not.
It's only until I think I started doing more comedy, and then the compare say, where's everyone from? Especially in a London gig. So if anyone listening in London, the host or compare MC would say, North London, make some noise. East London, South London is the bigger region, because you have North East and you have South East and South West. Hence why you just say South, and then West London, and then Northwest would be its own thing.
And when you say it, we lose it.
But it's like, do you know what it is? It reminds me of how, you know how New Yorkers talk about New York, where they're like, yo, man, we got Uptown, Harlem, we got Queens, we got Brooklyn, we got the Bronx, and then they're like, Staten Island? I feel like that's what like Northwest was a little bit like. It's like,
Staten Island!
It's just like,
Wu-Tang!
Yo, you from Staten Island, man? I always felt like that was the equivalent. Probably now.
Probably.
But yeah, I also didn't know that, like, it was so interesting, because only until like I got a bit older and I've got friends from Northwest London, and they tell me what it was like, and I'd be like, oh, raw. I'd be like, hey, it's serious here, you know?
Yeah. It's be outside, you know. But, you know, my mum would call me back in, like, a certain time. But, like, all of them, like, you would all them guys that's from around there, like, I grew up with Coke, K-Coke. Used to play football with him. And there was the next guy called Spider, who's notorious, like, snitch and all of that. Like, he was in my class at school. And they were like, he's a snitch. I was like, yeah, I knew that, because he used to tell on me. He used to have bear fights. He's like super snitch or whatever. I was like, yeah, I know.
He told me it's good.
Yeah, he used to like. He used to be teeth in people's. Well, not me, but like, you know, people used like the lunchbox. People used to go in there and take people's sandwich and.
But like, fast forward where you done a bit of stand-up now, and then you went to Edinburgh, and your show Emotional Blackmail had huge critical success. Was that like a moment that you knew that things were about to change for you as a stand-up comic? Because I felt like not a lot of black comics were going up to Edinburgh in general, let alone doing shows. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was that the moment that really started to change your life?
It probably did. There was a lot that happened in that period beforehand. Before that show, I'd things was kind of like fast paced. Like the agency that picks you up, won a national competition, and then I left the job. That's when I was like, okay, well, I left the job because I was earning more money doing stand-up
Yeah.
than the job. Like, everything was going nice. And then I had a car crash on the way back from a gig.
In Birmingham?
Yeah.
I was with you that night.
I know.
Yeah.
It was your fault, innit?
Don't do that, bro.
I'm playing with you. They weren't even that at all. They weren't even that. Like, it was coming back. We did the show.
We done Real Deal Comedy Jam.
It was a good show.
It was a really nice show. I think it was during Easter time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easter Sunday.
I remember that. I remember it so vividly because I remember I was staying, and this was at a time when I done stand up, and I was just like, I get to do a show and stay in a hotel. Yeah. I used to just, I think it was on Broad Street.
Yeah.
They would put me in the travel lodge maybe.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, man, I'm staying. I get to do a show and I get to stay the night.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to you, are you staying as well?
Oh.
And you was like, no, I'm driving.
Yeah.
I'm driving back. And I'm like, driving? We get to stay in this hotel.
To go home.
No, I get, do you know it's mad? I get that now. Now as a stand-up, as soon as the show's done, I'm in my car and I go straight home.
Okay.
So that whole staying thing I've lost that excitement to do a show and be like, guess what? Stay the night, hotel, breakfast, buffet in the morning, wake up.
Yeah.
I think you was at a stage where you was gigging and you was like a seasoned comic.
Yeah.
And I remember you left and you was like, no, I'm driving back. And then you got into a serious car crash.
Brother, it was a mad one. I come off the motorway and crash into a tree. Just fell asleep. But I know so many times I've done that. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you're driving sometimes what you people do. Like, so you like wind down the window, you might get coffee.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
should have stayed, should have done this. But like, didn't do any of that. Just fell asleep. It's one junction away from my house. This is when your brain sort of like switches off. And yeah, I just came off the road. Luckily, no one else was like injured. I didn't hit anyone, or no one hit me. Yeah, I just went into this, but the conditions that night was ridiculous.
I remember it was raining. I just remember it was like in Brum, it was just rain.
And then the car was like, it just skidded off the road, and hit that, and then I don't know anything about it, innit? Like you're knocked out, you're gone. But
and you was in a coma.
Yeah.
How long was you in your coma for?
28 days.
Fucking hell.
28 days. So like, but it was induced though. It's because of the impact.
Yeah.
It was mad. So like, it was just, I don't know, like the family got the call. I'm in this thing and they don't know if I'm gonna make it. Like, it was crazy. And they said I wasn't. Then they said, okay, well, if he does survive, he's gonna be like a vegetable. And they were like, the family were like, yeah, we'll have to deal with that, you know. And then they wanted to put like a thing in my throat to a circle. I don't know what they call it, but you know, and I'll be talking through this like that. And
really?
Yeah. And so the stand-up would have been different.
How comes they wanted to put the thing in your throat?
I don't know. I don't know, but like...
Is it like through the air breathing or
maybe for
oxygen through the brain or something? Yeah.
But then my son's mum, she was like, yeah, do it. And then my sister was like, no, don't. I'm happy that she did still. It would have been bad. I mean, you still would have been here. But yeah, that would have been mad.
Yeah,
definitely.
Because I felt like you went into a coma for 28 days. You lose part of your memory as well.
Definitely.
And then, did you have to like relearn
everything?
Stuff.
Everything, like talking, walking. It was in there for 3 months. But like when you talk about the memory being gone, like every day I wake up, I didn't even know what happened. So the whole thing would reset all over again. So I wake up and I'm like, wow, I've been captured, and I need to get out of here. So I used to try and escape
from the hospital
every day
for 3 months.
Till they put a tag on me.
Is it?
Yeah. So like one day I got outside and I got on a bus.
Yeah. What, in the robes?
I didn't know.
The hospital's a robe.
Yeah, I don't know. And then my dad was like, where you going? You don't have no shoes. Where you going? But
So you got on the bus?
the A&S security came on the bus and took me out off the bus.
Is
And
it?
brought me upstairs, and that's when they put the tag on me. They were like, nah. And I got my own room then. But before then, I was in a ward with like other people that's out from comas. Like, but then they had other people that's been in there for a while, and they would check you. I don't know, it's weird because they were like, yeah, you're in the coma. I was like, yeah, what proper coma or juice? And I was like, juiced, and they were like, pussy coma. Pussy coma? What are you talking about? Pussy coma? It's a coma! The lady died! It's mad, but then it was mad, like, there's, people wake up and sometimes, sorry man, sometimes, people wake up from comas and they're speaking, like, different languages, and they've never been to the place before, like,
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Japanese. There's a guy, there's a white guy, he woke up and he thought it was Bill Cosby.
What?
Brother, he thought it was Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And his family came to see him, and he was like, I don't know these crackers. And they were like, no. What is going on? What's going on? And he used to be like, oh, he needs to leave here because he needs to go to an award ceremony. And they had to humour him. Like, they have to keep the thing going.
I didn't know there was a ward for all people that have been in comas. I never knew that.
Yeah, it was in Oxford, the John Radcliffe. It was they're amazing. And hats off to them. Like they're amazing. Like they did bring me back. But like, you still do think like how they bring you back? It was like through memory was like song. So like you learn through song as children. So like ABC. And it's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Yeah. Anyway, like that's how we learn. And they was like making me remember things through song. And some of the nurses were cool, and then some of them wasn't, because they say to come up to me and say, "Hey Marlon, do you know a song by Tracy Chapman?" And I'm like, and in a minute you get there and he's like, "Fast Car." You want me to sing Fast Car after I've been in a car crash? But you didn't know until you left what they were doing. These people are wicked.
Obviously, they don't plan to do that.
No, but they were.
Yeah.
Because I used to be abusive as well. Like when I was, because he licked the frontal lobe.
It's still.
You're not the same. You're not the same, and it's like people when I left the hospital. Obviously, I can't see you when I see you, but people were like, "Nah, he's not. He ain't the same, is he? Like he's not the same guy."
Because I remember people like some of the comics went to visit you.
Yeah. And
pay respects and see like how you were doing and stuff.
Yeah. And ask if they can take the jokes.
Hey, is he still using that blue one?
Yeah. Nah, big up.
He's still using that stuff about the cat. I don't mind,
Now big up them guys because they took a time out to come and visit me. I do appreciate it. But yeah, it was a very, very strange time.
When you go through that situation, how long... Because you said that you have to kind of rebuild your brain in terms of your memory and stuff. Did you have to rethink about, like, I'm a stand-up comic? Because I think that would probably be almost like the last thing you would think about. No. You didn't have to.
No. Thinking of material.
Yeah.
I was in there and I was telling everyone. So you know who I am? And they were like, no. I was like, you don't know? That's something on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is me. I'm gonna go back out there. I'm going to do stand up, and then these people, they're in the place. They humor you, don't you? So they were like, yeah, someone was a fan of mine. So what? I had to go and like sign someone's. Yeah, it was. I was just thinking of doing stand-up comedy like as soon as I left, because I didn't think there was anything wrong with me.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. It took a while. It was only until I got my phone back. I was like, okay, I did crash. oh, this is what happened. And that
you was able to start memorizing and...
That's it. And then I was like, okay, well, when I get out of here, that's what I'm going to do. And like I was pissed because I was missing so many gigs. I was like, what? Oh, no. Like I was supposed to go to Far East to do some tour and it didn't happen. And they were like, just relax, everything's going to be fine. And I was like, no, I just want to, because that's what you do. Like, you know, I feel real comic. You go out and you have to, like, but you need time. You need the time. You go to tragedy, you need the time, and then it will equal. But I was like, no, I'm going out. So, like, I got out, I think it was a couple of days. By the end of that week, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a gig. And did a gig, it's in central London. And
So how long? So you've been in the coma for 3 months, or in the hospital for 3 months?
Yeah.
How long afterwards until you came out and done stand up was that then?
It was a week.
A week.
A week, bro.
And you jumped straight back on stage.
I had to, because I was this is it, because we're doing it for so long. You need the attention. Yeah. I need this.
So you go to London and you go to the...
Went to Central, did a gig down at 99 Club. Which is literally round the corner. It's downstairs. And did that, and it was ropey, but I was like shaking on stage and all of that, and you're still trying to. I was like, yeah, well, you know, I was in a coma, and the audience was like, making people nervous
because they don't know sometimes. Because some audiences, I think, as a stand-up, when you tell them something like that, they're like, hey, was he? I don't know. Maybe it's part of his act. Sometimes, you know what I mean? So they were nervous, the audience and stuff.
They still laughed. So you got laughs. But, yeah, I remember, like, there was... Ed Gamble was on, and he was like, take it easy. Take your time. Just come back into this jet. But it was like, no, I want to do it. And, like... Come on, like, ready to go. Like, you know, it was like calling up the agent. I was like, listen, I want to go on telly. They're like, nah. I was like, come put me on anything. Like, nah. I was like, come on, like, Top Gear. I can do it. Like, you know what I mean? I can do it. Like, nah, just relax, man. Just cool. Sort yourself out, and everything's going to be here for you. And then, that is what it was. You took some time, and then you put pieces together. For a show, and he took that up to Edinburgh, and everything started to happen from then, and then putting a lot of work in, and then the TV opportunities, all them things started happening as well. So I was like, okay, well, this is good. But I had to learn a different kind of process, Mo. I don't know how you write. Like, I was very structured. I write everything down and then rehearse it, and like, even before you go and did the gig, I'll find a space or a corner where I have to go over it. Like, then after this, no, I can't remember anything that's going on in the room, so I just have to take what's going on.
Oh yeah.
So it's
changed the way that you even write comedy.
100%.
But when I seen you the other day, it doesn't feel like it's changed the way you perform.
Okay.
I feel like you're still the same comic that I seen good. 10 years ago. In terms of, like, you're so humorous, you're so bubbly, you're very warm and inviting, and you know you're still smiling. Do you know what I mean? Like, after going through that and then jumping on stage, and your process and the way that your brain changes, you had every reason to come back as a comic and be like, I want to be like this comic now.
No, you can't do that.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't do that.
But you still kept, because you know I always say is that there's one thing of being able to tell material as a stand-up, but it's your style. There's something about a comic style that is like, I know you for that. I think comics know this more. Where you're like, oh, like, I know that's your style, that's your thing. Yeah. And I think once you had got out the crash and I'd seen you do some stand-up, I was like, oh, like, he's still the same. Like, yes, the material's still the same, but the style was still there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing. I don't feel like that at all. Whereas before you were talking about me being happy, so sort of go lucky. Nah, there's a darkness. There's a darkness that has happened. And was speaking to K Kurt about this, and he goes, "Yeah, you were like Mario before, but now you're like Wario, like the evil." I'm like, "Yeah, let some of that out," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, because it's a branding thing, innit? And you're a clean, wholesome family man, and then you're like, well, no, there's other things that's going on." But I don't know what that was at the time.
Yeah. So how do you portray that in your stand-up, where, because you're saying there's like a darkness in you, in your stand-up? I've always seen you as like, you are always smiling throughout your whole set.
Yeah.
And you laugh at your own material as well. And you seem like you're enjoying it in the moment. And I've never seen you as a comic that is, I'm really gonna get you. Yeah. Like, I've never seen you as a comic. It's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I've got this bit that is. I've never seen that from you as a comic. So what do you mean? As in the darkness? Is that something that you want to portray more in your comedy, or something that you suppress?
No. It's probably something that you suppress. Definitely. It's definitely in terms of like stuff that we post on socials. Because I'm just giggling now because I'm like, again, everyone's like, yeah, just do socials, do it. And I was I will. So I remember, like, again, I've come out from this hospital and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do some, so I post something. And then you
like a sketch?
Yeah. And you get phone calls, take that down.
Oh, yeah.
Take that down. Like, no. Sorry. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it's right.
I don't know.
So because I feel like this is around, we're talking 20
just 10 years
17, 18 times.
Yeah.
Because a lot of comics tried to transition from stand-up to online. Yeah. There was this transition happening. Yeah. Whereas I think it's a bit different now, because you can find your voice in a sense of, you might have a podcast, you might have clips that you put up. But I do remember there was a phase of comics who had never really had anything online, and it was like, I got to do, we have to do sketches. Then lockdown came, and it's like, I got to do something, man. You tried to transition into that.
But then people said just don't do it. So you kind of lost confidence with stuff that I was posting or second guessing it, and I was like, wow, I need a place for me to release this stuff. Where it was, I'll tell you, it was on WhatsApp, but it was on a different line, and a certain number of people, WhatsApp, just friends or only people that have access to it can see it, and so I would pull it there, and so it was cool because you'll get your laughs, you'll get whatever it is you want from it, and my aunties didn't see it because your aunties, they're judgmental.
But family members, I think there's certain things to this day, bro. I get people message me, is like, I really enjoyed your stuff. They're not even my family members.
Okay.
But if you can just cut out the swearing.
Yeah.
Young man, I think you're a very talented young man, but that F word you're saying, I don't like this word you're saying. I'm like Auntie Gladys with a bookcase. I get it, but please just let me express myself, man. You know what I mean? But in your life, you spoke about life after having autism, ADHD.
I just got diagnosed.
So, are you still doing, like, do you still go to stuff with the hospital regarding your brain and stuff?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
That's still an ongoing thing. That's ongoing, and it took so long again because you're like, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm fine. But then, people have the secret WhatsApp groups about you and saying, he's not. And things come in to you actually sort of realise it, and you just went, okay, well, I actually do need this help. So
when did you get diagnosed?
What, for the ADHD? This is a couple of months ago, so it's October.
Okay.
It's October, and autism as well. And it was like, what? And it was like, okay, when I got diagnosed with them things, everything started to make more sense. It was like, okay, so that's why I wear odd socks, or that's why. Okay, alright. And this is why people apologise for me in advance.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry about him. He's this. And I get it. It's like, I don't know, like if you ever played or did dot to dot, things joined up, and I was like, I see, and I've been masking for so long, for years, and so I'm just kind of like figuring that all out now, to be honest, because it's just being hit with all of this and reading up about it, and
and I guess it's like that thing where once you're able to, I don't know, once you're able to understand how your brain is working, it gives you an understanding of like, okay, I understand now. I understand why. It's like you're saying why you might wear odd socks, or I can now research more about this that helps me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It also kind of makes sense with my stand-up as well. Like, I do it, and as soon as I'm done, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I enjoy performing and doing this for people, and maybe you've touched people in a way, but okay, just leave me alone. I don't know. So like if I've done TV appearance or something like that, and then it goes out, and you're like, okay, I've gone telly today, or whatever it is. She posts that, and then I'm gonna watch it.
Really?
No.
Is that because it's on television, or because
I think it's this autism ADHD thing, because I'm like, okay, I need space to me to reset. My brain has to reset, and to take it in, and then after a while, then I'm okay. I'm able to embrace it. So it's just that instant gratification. I can't deal with things like that.
That's so interesting though, because it felt like when you came out of the hospital, being in there for 3 months, going back on stage, that wasn't for instant gratification. Was that just to prove to yourself that you can still do this and you have a hunger?
Because all these people telling you that you'll not be able to do any of these things again. I was like, no, of course I can. And you kind of feel emasculated in a way. And I'm like, no, I need to do this for myself to prove I can still do it. And so, you did it.
Yeah.
And no one ain't stopping me.
Now, you're someone who's always overcome a lot of hardship and you bring a lot of joy to others. But, like, what do you... No, because honestly, Marlon, like, you're one of my favourite comics to watch. I think you're definitely one of the first comics that I've seen that looked like they were really enjoying it in the moment. Like, you was always smiling. You always had this bit of material where you could be self-deprecating in such a really funny way. Like when you talk about your voice, he's like, look, I've got this voice. Like this ain't sexy. And it was just so fun to watch because I don't really think like I'd seen a UK black comic.
No one does it. Nah,
do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the way you was able to gravitate from, I'd seen you shut down like a Sunday show, but then you could shut down like a mainstream room as well at the same time.
Okay.
And in my early stage of doing stand-up, I hadn't really seen that much because I think for me, I started off on the black circuit. So then to go on the mainstream, you're like, can this work? I don't know if I can make this work. And seeing you do it in real time was like, Marlon does it. Like Marlon's my reference point of seeing someone who can be self-deprecating in a charming way, smile, and have like a set, like a 10. It wasn't just that, let me fill the room and, let me tell you back. It was like, I got 10, I got 15, I got 20, and it's sharp. And I was like, the craft of that, it's like a well-rounded midfielder. Do you know what I mean?
Thank
you can cross, you can shoot from outside, hold up play, head of the ball. It's like the perfect Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean?
Declan.
Yeah, yeah. I know you're a Liverpool man, so I'd say Steven Gerrard. Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
So because of the hardships you faced of being in the coma and the environment where you're from as well, what do you also want your legacy to be in some ways? I don't know if you ever think of that much.
It was, you know what? At the start of this, it was to have a body of work, and it was a way to have a comedy album.
Yeah.
But
But I feel like you've got enough material to
I've
have a
got
comedy
enough
album.
comedy album, yeah, but who's listens to comedy albums anymore?
No, but I think, you know what? Now, if you put it on a vinyl, I'm telling you that you got an audience there, you know?
It could work still.
They will buy those vinyls, you know?
It could work. It could
Like,
work.
man, I've got this vinyl. It's like Marlon Davis, bro.
What
Some say he's related to like Sammy Davis Jr., but I'm telling you, bro. Trust me, man. Don't knock it, boy.
I ain't knocking it. I'm not knocking it. But yeah, I mean, Blockbuster finished, didn't it? And Netflix.
But they ain't got the vinyls in Blockbuster.
I'm just saying, the things move on.
Yeah.
So things move on. So it was like, okay. So it was like, yes, it was to do tours. And there was that, you know. And then what I also wanted to do, because we come back to my art thing, and it was, I wanted to produce a show in the gallery. So I got art pieces and stand up as well, and that fusion for that to come together. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the podcast, I always ask audience members if they want to ask a question to our guests. The question I have for you, This is a question that someone has asked. Here we go.
Well, they want money.
Is that, hey bro, that was me stealing the sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my question. Hi Marlon, I love your stand-up. Are you planning to go on tour anytime soon? Would love to see more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm on tour. I'm going to be doing a tour.
When do you start touring?
Later on this year.
Oh, nice.
So I'm putting together bits and pieces for new stuff now. So that's what we're doing in the clubs, and then it's working out. So that's hopefully next year or the end of this year. Year, for sure.
So you're gonna be back on the road, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Doing that and start all OnlyFans in it. So
they started doing comedy, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Did they ask you as well?
No. But I was like, ooh, in terms of content, like, does it have to be that themed in that sort of way? But nowadays, like, you can just do what you want. But yeah, no.
You thought about it though, innit?
Yeah.
I thought about it too.
I think so.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I know there's a few comics who got that email.
Yeah.
And he sat there and go, hey, the P's alright, you know?
This is good. That's
But it's the long-term integrity. Well, go on, bro. Is it alright? Yeah, I see you doing OnlyFans, bro. What's up with that, bro? So, hey, rent's due, innit? Rent's due, bro. So, yeah, bro, once you listen to my joke, you can see my bumhole on the next page, bro.
Boy.
But honestly, it's been such a pleasure to have you on the pod, Marlon.
Oh, no, thank you very much, man.
I've always been a big fan and a big admirer.
The
and I
same
think,
as yourself as well. So
no, but like when I seen you at my gig, that's the first thing I wanted to ask you as soon as you got off, to be like, I'd love to have you on the pod. You're an amazing comic, and you've always been a comic that's like, you're a comics comic. Do you know what I mean? That's why I said, I was like, oh, I was surprised you even stayed after the gig, but you just seem like I could just hear you laughing. You got the most iconic laughing comedy. Do you know what I mean? With the biggest smile, and it's such a pleasure to see you back on stage. You know, back telling material. Not that you wasn't before, but yeah, like, you know, I think people want to see you touring. We want to see more of you on television, and you've got a story which is purely of just, you know, perseverance, where you can go through a horrific car crash, have to, you know, retrain your brain, and the first thing you say after 3 months is, I want to jump back on stage.
Trust me.
Do you know what I mean? And I think there'll be so many people listening that, you know, whether it's like, there is no giving up. Do you know what I mean? I think you're testament to that for a lot of comics, because the only thing we have is our voice and our thoughts and our, do you know what I mean? But we all know that, listen, boy, if I lose my leg, I'll jump on that stage, you know? You know what I mean? It's like, if I still can, I will still find a way to do it. As long as I've got this to do it, I will do it. Definitely. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And I think that's so inspiring, and I think there's so many people that listen to this pod, and it will be that, like, how can I not carry on? Do you know what I mean? If this person's gone through that. And this is a pleasure to have you on the pod, bro. I just like you as a person, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you very much. Still.
So yeah, thanks for coming on the pod, my friend. And this has been your beginning, middle, and end. Thank you very much, my brother. Hey, what's up? thank you so much for listening to the podcast today. Now, a lot goes into making each episode. I know you hear my voice, but there's a team behind the scenes who help make it. And if you did enjoy it, I'd really, really appreciate it if you could show the love to them by giving us 5 stars. And if you also have the time, please leave us a review. It's always appreciated, and we love reading the comments. And of course, we want to keep making it better. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Peace.